You guys are always asking for more information on Castle Rock, Colorado. So in today's video, we are talking the updated pros and cons of living there. If that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and keep on watching. Welcome back to Colorado Living. I'm Nicole Baker. Today we're going over exactly that. But before we get started, you guys know the drill. I gotta let you know I'm a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state. So if you've been interested in relocating to the Denver, Colorado area and you need help, I would love to assist you. My number and email are popping up. But if you're not quite ready to reach out yet, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. But let's get started in this video. Starting with the very first pro, something that so many of you guys, if you're interested in moving to the Colorado area, probably want, which is just scenic beauty. Luckily for you guys could pretty much get that anywhere, but Castle Rock definitely has something special about it. Just as you're driving through there down the I-25 and you're seeing literally mountains on both sides of you, it's just an absolutely gorgeous place to live. And I think that's what people really love about it. It is just, it's not like, I guess, anywhere else that I've kind of been, especially in the Colorado area. It's kind of like in its own little, I say island, right? Like that's something that's different about Castle Rock versus kind of these other suburbs. You do have to go a little bit further down to get to the Castle Rock area. It's not super close to Denver, but there's something beautiful about that keeps it very, again, just outdoorsy. It feels like you're not kind of in those like major suburbs of the Denver metro area. You're just outside of it just a little bit, but with still anything and everything that you need. You also are super, super close to the mountains, and you could really be within the mountains within 30 minutes. Granted, it's not going to be like ski town or anything like that, but you do have quick access to that if you like driving your Can-Am on the weekends, or if you want to go fishing, or you like dirt biking, or whatever your case may be, you like going on trails. Castle Rock definitely has tons and tons of options for that if you're looking for it. And then also housing that can be super close to the mountains, which is really important. And then housing that has tons and tons of views. Pretty much everywhere that you go in Castle Rock, you're going to have a view. So that's super important for a lot of you guys, especially if you're moving to Colorado to be a little bit closer to nature. Next thing is going to be a con. We are going to be talking about the traffic. Somehow, some way, traffic really is like a main discussion in pretty much every single video that I make. Colorado has absolutely exploded in the last 3 years. So there's pretty much traffic anywhere, but when you're heading into the Castle Rock area, because Castle Rock, like I said, is kind of on its own little island, there's not only, right? There's never only one way in, one way out, but the major highway is just one highway, right? So like people that are coming from Denver and say going down to Colorado Springs, which is another huge major city here, I would say. I'm like trying to think about what word I would use there, but yeah, it's like Denver Metro. It's Colorado Springs Metro, I guess. I don't know if that's how I would say it, but you get what I'm saying. It's another huge area, lots of people there, but the thing is people are traveling down the I-25 to get to both of those places, and Castle Rock just sits right in the middle of those. So you are definitely going to be getting traffic coming from Colorado Springs to Denver, and then you are right in the middle, like I said. So you're going to have traffic no matter what. The other thing is because Castle Rock has just absolutely exploded. I think it was rated like number one place to live for families like a couple years back, and it just really expanded so much in the last few years that we have noticed that there's just not enough roadway, I would say. It kind of just gets congested in there, which if you don't care about traffic or you don't like to go out a lot or whatever the case may be, you might not have to deal with that as much. But because there's only a certain amount of stores there, again, it is on its own little island in a way. You're going to have traffic pretty much any time of the day. Definitely going to be more congested during those like rush hour times. So we'll say 3:30 to like 6 in the afternoon, and then of course 7:30 to probably around 10, just because you're going to be having so many people leaving for work and whatnot. And that's even on the weekends. The weekends during the afternoons, lots of people are going out to Denver from Castle Rock, so they are going to be, you know, taking up space on the road, and so many other people are going to be doing that as well. Luckily, there are a couple like outer roads that once you guys get here and you kind of realize that as you're driving around and things like that, there are different ways to get to different places without going onto the I-25, which I think is a super important thing to mention. Like for me, I live in Southeast Aurora. A lot of the times when I am traveling up to Castle Rock for a showing or something along those lines, I do take the back road from Parker and go that way because it can really cut down the amount of time that I'm driving. So instead of 40 minutes down the I-25, it's going to take me about 30 minutes to get there, which is really nice. But as you get here and you learn these things, you'll definitely have ways to move around the traffic, hopefully. Now we're going to give another pro. There's lots and lots of pros to living in Castle Rock. It is one of the most popular places to move to in Colorado, but one of those major reasons, actually two of the major reasons why it is so popular, is going to be schools and safety ratings. So as a realtor, I can't give you guys too much information on this kind of stuff just because it would be against the rules essentially, but check out niche.com. That's down below in the description bar. It'll give you anything and everything that you need to know. But of course, I do my research. I want you guys to do your research too. I don't have kids. I don't have kids in school. These are just things that I've read outside of, you know, making these videos and being a realtor and all of that. So top rating school district, for sure, Douglas County is one of the top rated school districts, which is Castle Rock. If you want to learn more about the top rated school districts, again, go ahead and check out niche.com. It'll have that in there. Also, I believe I have another link down below called like great schools or something along those lines, if that's really important to you. And schools aren't just important for the sake of children, right? Of course, that's important. Luckily for anyone that's moving to Colorado, the school systems here are just amazing. They are, I think, top 15 in education in Colorado, which is crazy, right? So granted, it might be better than wherever you're moving right now, but I think learning a little bit more about the schools is super important, even if you don't have kids, because it really does help when you purchase these homes to be in a good school district, whether or not you have kids, because at the end of the day, it really just helps the value of that property, right? Because typically people want to move into areas where they have good school districts, which AKA makes the area more popular, which AKA makes the house worth more because supply and demand. I've explained that a couple times on this channel, so you guys know how that goes. But I think that's super important. Douglas County, like I said, some of the top school districts. Also in 2021, Castle Rock was rated number 6 safest place to live in Colorado. So that's absolutely insane. You guys can look that up too. Castle Rock is known to be one of the safer places. Granted, that was in 2021. So do your research whether or not it is safe now or what our definitions of safety are, right? So like, I have a lot of you guys reaching out to me asking, is it safe to live there? That kind of thing. I can give you guys as much information as I possibly can, but I really suggest you do your research because at the end of the day, your definition of safe could be not the same definition of safe to me, and that would be me leading you in the wrong direction, and I would hate for you to move somewhere based off the fact that I said it was safe and you just don't agree. So anyways, point being is you definitely want to do your research when it comes to those two things, but Castle Rock is known to be some of the best in Colorado. a pro and a con, depending on where you're coming from, is cost of living in Castle Rock. So I know I make a lot of cost of living videos. I do have a cost of living video that I will put at the end of this video. So if you guys want to watch that at the end, that's more of a generalized idea of Denver and what it's like to move here and what you can expect for pricing. But when it comes to Castle Rock, because Castle Rock is a little bit further out, and just again, depending on where you're moving from, the cost of living is such a hard topic for me to be like super straightforward, because of the fact that if you're moving from, for example, California, cost of living in Castle Rock might be like, oh my God, you can get this for this price? That's insane. That would be $1 million in California, right? So the variables are very, very different depending on where you're coming from. Cost of living in general in Castle Rock is pretty on standard for the rest of the Denver metro area. So average price point being somewhere around $600,000, depending on what you're looking for. There are townhomes, duplexes kind of thing that you guys can also do. And I believe there's a couple condo complexes in there as well. So you'll have different price points depending on what you're looking for. I would say you could probably find somewhere anywhere between $500,000 and moving up into the multi-million-dollar properties. Of course, Castle Rock does have some of those beautiful views like I was talking about earlier in this video. If you want to be in that kind of area, you're definitely going to be looking in the multi-millions. But again, those properties, so gorgeous. Like I love them. I'm obsessed. But it's nice that you can also have options for people that are in the $500,000 price points and they're just getting their first home or something along those lines, because it is really versatile in that area. Granted, again, it's not the most affordable place to live in all of Colorado. If you're looking for a little bit more affordability, you want to look at a couple other places, Aurora being one of those. I think it's one of the most affordable places to live, especially if you want to be close to that Denver area. I do have I think it's called like top 10 most affordable places to live in Denver, Colorado, if you guys want to watch that. But Castle Rock, if you're looking for a specific lifestyle and you are able to afford something around the $500,000, it is an absolutely beautiful place to live and you will not be disappointed. That's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you guys want me to do another video on a specific city, a pros and cons video, I would love to do that. So go ahead and put that in the comments below and I will work on that next. But until next time, guys, my number and email are popping up. I would love to assist you on your move to Denver, Colorado and all the surrounding suburbs. It is a beautiful place to live and you will definitely not regret it. But again, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.